The Silk Road, a network of paths connecting civilizations in the East and West for over 1,400 years, a place of trade, commerce, and cultural exchange. But what if I told you that there was another Silk Road? A dark and hidden one, where anything could be bought and sold, no matter how illegal or dangerous. Today, we're venturing into the shadows to uncover the jaw-dropping tale of what some call the most illegal business in the world. Buckle up, because we're about to unravel the mind-bending story of the Silk Road. Genesis of the Dark Web Empire. Our story begins in 2011 when a mysterious figure named Dread Pirate Roberts launched Silk Road on the dark web. Operating on the Tor network, Silk Road was an anonymous online marketplace designed to trade goods and services with a twist. It primarily dealt in contraband, including drugs, counterfeit currency, and even hacking tools. It quickly became the Amazon of the illegal world. Dread Pirate Roberts wasn't just a name. It was a persona that Ross Ulbricht, a young computer programmer, adopted to lead this illicit empire. Under the banner of Silk Road, he aimed to create a libertarian haven where individuals could exercise their personal freedoms, including buying and selling items that were considered taboo in the physical world. Silk Road's interface resembled that of any legitimate e-commerce website. Complete with user ratings and reviews, it offered an extraordinary range of products, from drugs to counterfeit passports, all available at the click of a button and paid for with the revolutionary currency of the time, Bitcoin. But as Silk Road's popularity grew, it began to draw the attention of law enforcement agencies worldwide. They saw this digital marketplace as a direct challenge to their ability to uphold the law and maintain order. And so began the intense game of cat and mouse between the dark web's pioneers and the enforcers of the digital realm. The Silk Road quickly became popular. At its peak, it had over 1 million users and over 100,000 listings for illegal goods and services. The site generated over $1 billion in sales. The underground economy unveiled. Silk Road's secret sauce. Cryptocurrencies, most notably Bitcoin. This allowed users to make transactions without leaving a trace. It was an unprecedented example of how technology can fuel underground economies. The allure of anonymity and convenience drew in users and sellers from around the globe. To understand the impact of cryptocurrencies on Silk Road, we need to grasp how they work. Cryptocurrencies are digital assets that use cryptography to secure transactions and control the creation of new units. Bitcoin, the pioneer in this field, emerged as the favored currency on Silk Road due to its decentralized nature. While the technology behind cryptocurrencies was revolutionary, it wasn't without its challenges. The value of Bitcoin could be volatile, leading to unpredictable shifts in the prices of goods on Silk Road. Sellers often had to adjust their prices rapidly to keep up with the ever-changing cryptocurrency market. The process of using Bitcoin on Silk Road was relatively simple. Buyers deposited their Bitcoins into unique addresses, ensuring the transactions remained pseudonymous. And thanks to the dark web's encrypted environment, participants could trade without fear of their personal information falling into the wrong hands. However, this digital cloak of secrecy wasn't foolproof. Law enforcement agencies, tech-savvy researchers, and hackers began unraveling the blockchain to track Bitcoin transactions. Over time, they managed to trace some funds back to Silk Road, ultimately contributing to its downfall. The case of Silk Road demonstrates the complexity of technology's role in the world of illicit trade. While cryptocurrencies offered unparalleled anonymity, they also expose vulnerabilities that could be exploited by those determined to uncover illegal activity. Cat and mouse game with authorities. As you can imagine, the legal authorities weren't thrilled about this digital black market thriving right under their noses. A game of cat and mouse began between law enforcement and Silk Road's operators. The rise of Silk Road caught the attention of law enforcement agencies worldwide. They saw it as a threat to public safety, allowing illegal transactions to flourish in the dark corners of the internet. The hunt for the elusive Dread Pirate Roberts became a global effort, with agencies collaborating to bring him to justice. After an intense investigation, Ross Ulbricht was arrested in 2013. His trial drew massive media attention and highlighted the challenges of prosecuting crimes committed in the digital realm. Ulbricht was found guilty of multiple charges, including money laundering, computer hacking, and conspiracy to traffic narcotics. With the closure of Silk Road, many believed the era of digital black markets had come to an end. However, the story took an unexpected turn. Copycat markets sprang up, mimicking Silk Road's model and leveraging the lessons learned from its demise. This underlined the resilient nature of the digital underworld and the difficulty of fully eradicating such platforms. While the original Silk Road was shut down, its closure did little to curb the desire for online contraband trade. The case served as a precursor to subsequent battles between law enforcement and dark web markets, each showcasing the evolving tactics and technologies of both sides. The moral quandary. Now, here's the twist. While Silk Road was undoubtedly illegal, it also sparked a fascinating debate. Supporters argued that it provided a safer platform for drug transactions, reducing the risks associated with street dealings. On the other hand, critics pointed to the potential for greater drug abuse and the moral dilemma of profiting from criminal activity. It's a complex issue that challenges our understanding of technology's role in society. Silk Road's existence forced us to re-examine our moral compasses. It opened a Pandora's box of ethical dilemmas that reached beyond the digital realm. The debate extended to the responsibility of technology creators for the consequences of their creation. The paradox of Silk Road demonstrates the complexity of navigating the intersections of legality, morality, and technology. It raises questions about the effectiveness of harm reduction strategies, the role of personal autonomy, and the slippery slope of normalizing behavior that society deems unacceptable. Silk Road may have faded into the annals of history, but its echoes still reverberate. The tale of the dark web's most infamous marketplace serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating the unforeseen consequences of blending cutting-edge technology with age-old vices. The legacy of Silk Road prompts us to consider the broader implications of our digital choices. It compels us to reflect on the responsibilities of creators, the power of anonymity, and the complex interplay between individual freedom and collective security. While Silk Road's story is unique, its underlying themes are timeless. It reminds us that every technological advancement reshapes the boundaries of our world, prompting us to grapple with new ethical dilemmas and societal challenges. In the digital age, we stand at a crossroads. Our decisions today will shape the technologies of tomorrow, and the story of Silk Road serves as a powerful reminder that the choices we make ripple far beyond our screen. And there you have it, the untold story of Silk Road, the most illegal business in the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Silk Road, click the next video shown on the screen. I'm sure you'll like it. Thanks for watching.